for him, and to have somebody tell me, because there's a 5-year gap between us. I'm 5 years older than him. And so when he first approached me, I was like, dude, I'm 5 years older than you.
I'm 5 years older.
I'm like, and he was like, I'm a grown man. I was like, okay.
That didn't give you butterflies.
It didn't give me butterflies, but it shut me down. Like, I ain't dealing with somebody who I used to deal with. This is so just the whole, we've been married 6 years. And I kid you not, it
gets better.
It feels like I'm trying not to get emotional. When I think back to and I'm saying this because I have to take accountability for it. When I think back to all the situations that I put myself in and all the things that I went through, to be able to have someone that loves me, respects me, ain't gonna let me talk crazy and and come out of pocket like, hey, look, which that's not who he is. You know what I'm saying? But somebody that I had somebody tell me, well, what if
give your woman all of it, we gonna give you all of it.
Look.
Give us half, you gonna get that.
And I had somebody tell me, well, what if it don't work out? Which I said, I ain't even thinking about that. I said, but if it don't, at least the Lord allowed me to be able to feel what love looks like.
Or feels like too.
I never had that. All those other times where I thought, but I love him.
You can love anybody.
And it's not love all the time. Most of the time it's lust.
Exactly. Can you say it
You're not
again?
in love. You thought yourself not being in love with that person.
No.
It's a difference.
And just to be able to, even like now, I was diagnosed this year, September 30th, I was diagnosed with MS.
Okay.
And so from the day after my birthday, April 27th, up until before I got diagnosed, I was in pain. Didn't know I was in pain. Didn't know what the pain was from, but I know like something's going on and I need to figure this out and da-da-da. But when I tell you, when they say through sickness and health, that brother, my husband, my Mr. Mcbroom, helped me put my socks on. That's right. Don't mess up that married name.
Get my name
Get that
right.
married name right. To help me put my socks on, to help me get dressed.
Glory.
You understand what I'm saying? To go through me crying and being depressed because I'm in so much pain. And to have somebody hold you and tell you it's going to be okay. We're going to work through this.
It's all right. It's all right.
I just got to applaud on that one.
I'm like, wait.
Look, and last night with your husband, and I was like, that's what 50
When you
years,
sang to it.
yes, that's what 50 years look like. That's a part of that 50 years.
That's a part of it, yes.
I'm going to get it back.
Okay. Because I remember when me and him got married, after we got married and everything had died down and we was, in the hotel room chilling because we on our so-called honeymoon and we had like a bucket of chicken, some wine, and we watching the basketball game chilling. And I told him, I said, this day was bittersweet. And he said, what do you mean? I said, it's sweet because I got to marry someone who loves me and I love them. I said, it's bitter because I don't know how much time I got with you. And I told him, I said, every day you're going to know and understand and feel that you are respected, that you are loved.
Appreciate it.
And yes, One time he brought home my favorite ice cream because I went back to being vegan. He brought home my favorite vegan ice cream, and you would have thought that man brought home a bag full of money. I was like, babe, how you paid attention to that? And it was like, and he was just like, dang, I only bought in some ice cream, but it was just this, it was to him it was a small thing, but to me it was something, spectacular. Because I was like, look, I said, I don't ask for much. He told me I don't ask for, but it was just that thing, that understanding, that respect. Whenever he does something, because I remember the first time he had did something for me, and I was like, oh, babe, thank you. And he was like, why you think that's what I'm supposed to do? Why are you thanking me for that? And I was like, why not? I appreciate it. So he wasn't used to that. So now he used to it. Every time, oh, babe, thank you. Oh, okay, you're welcome. Whatever it is, because I want him to know. And I'm gonna tell you something. I'm not a man. I don't know how men think, but I will tell you this. When a man is respected and when he's loved and appreciated, it ain't nothing he won't do for you.
That's so
Tell
true.
him again.
It ain't nothing he won't do for you. And and it's not, some women, like you mentioned, wicked women earlier. Some of them may take that to be a thing of, well, I can take advantage.
Oh yeah.
But I take it as a thing of, the more I pour this into him, the more I'm getting that love.
Building your trust.
And that,
Yeah. Yes, ma'am.
cause he know, like, folks at the church we go to, they'll be joking around and saying, yeah, I'm a him. I'm like, you ain't gonna hem him up. You ain't gonna, like, oh, Trish don't. I'm like, nah, I said, that's mine. I'm gonna protect him like he gonna protect me. Period. And so, to the sisters that are single and wanting to be married and wanting to be that Proverbs 31 woman, you have to make sure that whenever you get to that point that you become married, you work on your foundation. You work on your foundation of that marriage so that when anything comes your way, y'all can handle it together as one. Period. Because at the end of the day, my job is to make sure that he don't end up in the lake of fire. If I say, oh, babe, let me reel you back on in. And his job is to do the same thing for me. Oh, babe, let me reel you back in because let me reel you off that ledge because you thinking some stuff right. That's our goal.
Pay attention.
That's our goal. And I can remember when I was diagnosed with the MS, and I told him, I said, I'm feeling some type of way. I need you to keep an eye on me. Keep an eye on me. Continue to pray for your wife, but you keep an eye on me. And I through, like I said, through all the stuff that I've been through, I am so glad that the Lord saw fit to be able to bring somebody into my life that can pour into me and I can pour into them. And we have fun with it. We joke around with it. It's just, and I'd be lying if I said that, oh, he's the perfect. I ain't perfect, he ain't perfect. We still maneuvering. We two different people maneuvering within this space with each other. I may think a certain thing about something, and he may, he may say something. I'm like, dang, babe, that kind of hurt my feelings. I'm sorry, I didn't know. It's not, well, you did. Oh, babe, I didn't know. I apologize. Or if oh, babe, you know what? Yesterday I said, I apologize.
Communication is good.
It's humble. So to the single sisters, not only do you need to be able to make that transition and figure out what you need to change, but one of the things that need to be a part of it is to be humble. is to be humble and understand that everything ain't gonna be all about you all the time. Because y'all in the, you know, you're transitioning yourself so that you can be your husband's companion first. Because after all, you both gonna get old and gray. Stuff ain't gonna look the same like it used to. So you need that companionship. Right, you need that companionship. You know, I had a brother tell me, he was like, he said, we focus so much on the physical part of getting married. He said, but we ain't focusing on that spiritual part.
My husband said something like that. And that's what holds the glue together.
He said, because we thinking on, he look good, or she look good, or he, you know, or he got money, or she, you know, she got it. He was like, but we ain't focusing on, hey, in time of need, are we gonna be together to do this? Or are you gonna be the one that's gonna say, you sick? That ain't my problem. You know, so if we can be on that, you know, for the single sisters, have your mind open to work on the spiritual aspect of marriage. Because the spirit, everything ain't physical all the time. You know, because even in the scripture we talk about, he married Israel. The Lord gave Israel his name. He found her. He cleaned her up. He dusted her off. He gave her his word. He gave you everything spiritually first. So we got to work on that spiritual aspect of it first. And then, you know, okay, you know, what you about, sister? Or what you about, brother? You know, but I can go on and on, but does anybody have any questions or but yeah, it's a beautiful thing, and to the sisters out there, you know, if you stay ready, you're gonna be ready. So you have to be ready. When that brother come along and tap you on the shoulder and say, hey, I want you. Now your job becomes, now I got I got to pay attention to you and what you before I make that decision.
Right.
Yes, ma'am.
We talked a lot about getting ready, the need to get ready, but really, how do you get ready? What are some of the things that you do to get ready?
You have to ask yourself those hard questions and be honest with yourself. I knew that I had to change my thought process. I knew that I had to change my mouth because I knew that sometimes I could be, you know how they say you get it from your mama? I got it from my mama. I knew that I honestly knew that there were some things that was wrong with me. And so if you are that person that feels that you're perfectly fine, ain't nothing wrong with you, then you got a problem. You know, because there's something, all of us have some form of dysfunctional, you know, personality within us.
Not me.
You know, we all have that, you know, it's always something. I used to be angry. I used to have a temper. Look, and this is one thing, this is another thing that's a difference between men and women. Men have that physical strength, but our mouths, us women, our mouths, we will cut you from, we can say some things,
Yes.
and it will leave you in pieces on the floor.
And sometimes we don't realize it before it's out.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But do you think that that you don't realize this out, or is it like, okay, so say for instance, like, say for instance, you're taking so much and you let it build up and you build up until you explode.
That's the problem.
Yeah, but
That's the
You're not
problem. Yeah, but
communicating.
you explode, so now you saying everything, are you, what I'm asking Auntie, are you saying that sometimes you say what you say until you don't realize that you're saying it, but in actuality, you meant to say it because it's been,
Yep.
Oh,
it's
yeah.
been on your mind that you did not express the way you was feeling the several times it was been done to
Yep.
you, and it's been repeatedly done, and instead of addressing it the first time, that's why everything gets away past us, and we let it go past us. And
Yep.
then now we sitting here like, oh.
Yeah,
That's
I
what-
meant
Yeah.
what I said, but
I was
I
about to
didn't
say
mean
that.
the way you
Speak
perceived
up.
it sometimes,
right.
or
I was
how-
writing that
how
down
it
too,
came
yeah.
out. Yeah, you're absolutely right. I meant what I said. That sound like your mama did it. But you
Cause she
still
can cuss
have
you,
to
you didn't
be,
even know she cussed you.
you still have to be compassionate to and respectful to other
Other
people.
people.
Mm-hmm.
And
But then you have to
and
think
now
too, was they
be
respectful to
degraded.
you on the situation that you draw you to. So this.
But
that's
you know what
okay.
though? But
I
no,
know, but they
That's
never
okay.
cursed
I
you.
control me. I need
Right.
to be able to
Exactly.
understand and control me.
Exactly.
I can't control that other
Oh, you
person.
know what I'm saying?
Because now, here's one thing that I learned. Here's one thing that I learned, and it's a given, and it's so much of a common sense. I don't want nobody yelling and cussing at me.
Do unto others as you want.
Exactly. So if I don't want nobody yelling and cussing at me, especially, I don't want to be yelling and cussing at somebody who I'm supposed to love.
That's right.
But if
And
I'm getting
respect.
yelled and cussed at, that means I have to look at myself, I did something wrong. That's
No.
like a kid.
But
That's
not all
like
the
a
time
kid.
though. But not all. Cause see, here's the.
Not all the time, but like say for instance, I know I did wrong to Auntie Deborah, and she get fed up with it and say, look, now you done been overboard, you done been doing this and this and that and other. Now I'm gonna jack you up, woo 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 woo. I know that she have good intentions because she loved me and she cared for me and she wants the best for me. So if she cursed me, I did something. You get what I'm saying?
But you said something, you know you did wrong.
That's what I'm saying.
First
I'm saying the person. You said you when she said I don't want nobody to curse me, and I don't want to curse nobody else. But if somebody cursing you and you know you did wrong, then you sometimes you have to own up and be a woman like, you know
No,
what, I deserve that.
no.
Why not? though?
Because when you do that, you laying that foundation to say it's okay.
It is
Okay, for what?
And it's not
It's so
okay.
like okay if
For
I
that person to cuss you out?
and you not cussing them because think about it. Think about it.
Conversation.
If
I mean, that's supposed to be naturally done, but what I'm saying is,
Yeah, but it's
like with my mama, if I did something, maybe I'm not saying what I'm trying to say.
it's a difference between your mama and your husband. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Okay.
So if you know you did something, right? And
Okay,
let's
so
say
I
it
get
was,
where you're going.
you see what I'm saying?
So you just saying that you talking about any person in particular?
right.
Okay.
But the point that I'm making is that if okay, like for instance for me, okay, like I was telling Sister Michelle today, I said my mother, even when she was wrong, she never apologized for anything. It was always hey, suck it up. It is what it is. So for me, if I know if somebody came to me and said, Trish, you said something to me the other day and I didn't appreciate it. What's gonna come from me is, sister, whatever I said to you that was out of pocket, I apologize. Period.
Yeah.
I ain't cussed, I ain't yelled, I didn't heard what you had. But now if you coming at me and you da 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 whoa,
Yeah, right.
because I have to say that whoa to tell myself, watch your mouth, watch your mouth, watch your mouth. Hey sis, what's going on?
Right.
So the same way with a husband or a fiance, if you know you done did something wrong and he coming at you cussing, hold on, wait a minute.
just like your child.
That's all.
Tell me
Sometimes
what
it's
it
the way
is.
around.
Right.
You know?
Tell me what it is that I did wrong. Why? What's the problem?
What's going on?
Then let it be addressed. Okay, and then after it's addressed, hey love, I understand you was upset. but I don't want you to have to use those words towards me again. That's not good for us. You see what I'm saying? Yes, ma'am.
I've got 3 sons. I've got 3 sons, a 41-year-old, 31-year-old, and 28-year-old son. And if I got wind of, heard about them cussing their spouse or girlfriend, I would be so upset. And as a mother, I would have to speak about it. I wouldn't cuss them, but I might go to their job or their house.
She's talking about going to the job.
I'm cussing that woman like that. I didn't raise you for that. There's a way to talk to somebody who made a mistake without all of that. Don't you ever do that.
But don't talk.
And I would have to as a mother. And I got grown sons. I would have to
That's
say,
what I was
boy,
talking about
you
the
be up in the
comments
air.
with the men. What I was saying was, it's like as this generation now and people that I see, like I'm so disgusted with some women right now because when I say baby they sons, if they know that they son been with this girl 5 years, might not be married to her, but he bring another chick to her, she's okay with that. But then in your life, this man cheating on you,
They
you
get
saying
pregnant to
things,
my
you
house.
saying stuff, and that's unfair. I think that's
My son cannot bring that to my house, and they know it.
That's not your
No.
position.
Mine.
Yeah, that's not your
Oh, I know
position.
it's not my
No,
position.
but I'm saying.
But I'm saying that's why some of these men with these mamas, I said that's why some of them go wrong is because the mamas think that the son, like mama, when I was getting there, when I was pregnant with Renaya, and remember what Renee said, if my son say this ain't his baby, but if he say this is baby, this is baby, how can you address that to
Was he
you?
there?
Yeah.
Okay, then.
That's for him to address. That ain't for you to address.
What you mean?
Because that's her problem.
No, what I'm see that dominance what I'm saying.
Okay, say it.
I'm saying that this is what's wrong with the men now. The
Because they
mamas
mama backing up their
backing it up
nonsense.
and you know,
Okay.
encouraging them stuff that don't need to be. Like I said, I don't care if my son have now women and they come around me, I'm this and the other. I'm not gonna say nothing. But here it is, you a woman and your husband doing this to you, and you want your sons to fight your man because I'm telling you an episode. So you spoil your son and you let your sons have all these women and you think he's not, you think this is okay, but then your husband or your boyfriend who you with cheating on you and doing the same thing your son's doing, but you want your sons to beat him up. Does that make sense?
Okay.
They all sense.
But
That's what's wrong with some of these men now. They want to cover for them and don't let them grow up and be a man.
But at the same time,
Come with me with a female and then another female, oh baby, this ain't that.
but here's the thing though. At the end of the day, that man knows right is right, is wrong is wrong.
Yeah.
So even though his mama enabled that, at the end of the day, he still know right is right, wrong. So then it becomes on him.
But now,
It's always gonna be on him.
Because
he'll start with his mama
don't
because
know.
he's gonna come to his
because
mama.
they wasn't
Raised.
That just goes with
That's
my
what
husband.
the generations they not raised to know.
The generation.
I think that what they're doing is right.
And then my friend the other day, she ain't my friend no more. 'Cause I don't go through stuff like that.
But now remember we record, so no names. All names shall be changed.
Amen.
Her son can come in the house and say the new Jordan's coming out Wednesday. I know you get paid Friday. Can you do that? She gonna say, I know already. Like I'm pacifying. You know, ain't nobody gonna count my check, baby. Okay? If
How old
you
is
don't get it,
how old is her son?
You wanna be real?
Yeah.
He's gonna be terrible when we get to be a grown man. He's 8.
Oh, wow.
He come in and tell her the new Jordans come out. You get paid Friday.
Oh, wow.
Basically telling her, you know what it is.
Wow.
That's why I say these new parents raising these sons, that's why they become
That's
what they
because
are
that's what
today.
they learned.
But now is the father in the household?
The stepfather is. So, okay, this is what I want to do.
That's
Let me
that's a
tell you
whole
the
new
story how
program.
this is. And we're not in trends no more. She had a good man. Work. All he asked is this one particular time, we had some wine and invited me over. She cooked or whatever, she put the food up. And me, you know what I'm saying? I'm watching her routine or whatever. She never made him a plate. You know what I'm saying? Never put the food up. So, you know, I know it's getting time for him to come home. I don't know how they get down. So I'm like, well, girl, I'm going to talk to you later. I'm going to get him on out of here.
Yeah.
But he came through the door. I'm like, okay, I'll see you later. Hey, Bob. We're going to use him as Bob. And I was like, hey, Bob. He go in the kitchen. He opened the refrigerator. He opened the microwave. He opened the oven. And he looked like, baby, made me a plate. She like, oh no, I put the food up. I thought you. He said, don't worry about it. Keisha made me a plate over there. Now the purpose of that is he gives her a check. She goes to the mall, get her nails done, hair done, spend it all on whatever she wants to do. Her son tell him about the Jordans. He was tired of the son running the household, and he the man of the household. He tells her where he spends the check at, when the Jordans come out, what he gotta do at this particular time.
The 8-year-old?
Yes! And she like, okay, baby, I know you ain't gotta tell me. It's like she pacifying him, but not pacifying the one that she needed to be pacified.
Oh.
You wear all that?
Well then, is he a good man then?
Hold on, let me get to this.
Yes,
Yes, he is. But let me get to you why he said Keisha. Keisha done invited him to dinner plenty of times. He said his wife, his soon-to-be wife cook. You hear what I'm saying? So Keisha was at work.
Kawasha.
Yeah. Kawasha was at work with him and working, and they always used to talk. Because I had to ask him, like, did you always have Kawasha on your mind? Or whatever situation is. He said no. She was trying so hard, baby. He said she was trying so hard, and he had turned her down. She didn't care. She still said, how you doing? She still spoke to him. She still came to sit by him at lunch, talked to him, had a conversation, or whatever. And it never went there. She always invited him to dinner, and every time he'd knock her out. This particular time, he got fed up. And I had to ask him, as me being a woman, like, did you have her on the side? You know what I'm saying? Be real with me. You know what I'm saying? Because I know that she was messing up. Me being her friend, I know the things that she did to you wasn't woman-like, you know, and it wasn't of that, and I knew you was tired of it. How can a person leave out and go to work at 5 o'clock in the morning and come home at 8:30 at night, and you do not make this man a plate, and he gives you his whole check every week, and you get your nails done, and your son sitting here telling, no.
Oh, well, that's,
What's wrong? Why is it different?
it's different because there's no softness.
But
So you saying just because they not married that she shouldn't fix his plate and she
No,
shouldn't.
they don't have a relationship, obviously.
She's saying
There's no
that
relationship.
the things that the girl did were wrong, but the foundation.
Yeah.
There was no true
Foundation.
Right. They just hanging
So
out.
but they live together.
Yeah,
They just
That's
have to
their
live in the
roommate.
same house.
that's a shaky
But see, me,
foundation.
I don't have that thing. I have a fiance and I live with him. There's nowhere in the world that I would not address the fact that's just me being period. That I'm gonna make sure that he has
because you finna get married to him. You're building
Foundation.
right. They ain't.
She got an 8-year-old.
You see what I'm saying? So there's a difference. There's a difference between being a girlfriend and being a wife.
But he wanted to marry her.
Well, she messed that up.
That's why I'm saying that's the messed up part.
Look, we're gonna do this at 12:30,
Oh,
and this is what we're gonna do on this part, because I'm gonna tell you something.